As usual, I don't know where this is going to go, but we're going to talk about A Course in Miracles as a thought system. And this is perhaps the most important aspect of A Course in Miracles, and one definitely to keep in mind as a student. And essentially, what I want to say is the Course is a thought system, and it's also delineating these two different thought systems. The thought system of the Holy Spirit and the thought system of the ego. I've talked a lot about this in my videos, but I haven't really done a specific video just on this. But in many ways, the Course as a thought system, I think, is the most important aspect of it. And what does that mean? The Course as a manifestation of the Holy Spirit. What does that mean, to be a manifestation of the Holy Spirit? That the Course is like a revelation. It's coming from, you might say, a place of perfect love. What does perfect love want? Perfect love wants that you also be in the love. I talked about this in a video I did earlier today as well. And so what does love want but love, right? What can love want? And so love will take whatever form necessary to bring that to you. And I think Course in Miracles is one of the greatest forms that we have, right? It's one of the greatest achievements of love, you might say, right? That love expressing itself and showing a way, and a better way or another way out of the madness that we seem to be in. The value of the Course really is in approaching it as a thought system and using it as a template. And that means that you really cannot so easily bring in things from elsewhere. And I say that that's challenging for many people. And I like to say, I'm not the first one to say this, but basically this is also talked about in the Course itself. But the Course really has to be approached on its own terms, and you have to learn the terms and understand what the terms are, right? I talk about the terms and conditions of the Course. You have to understand, who reads the terms and conditions, right? We kind of skim through it, when we read the terms and conditions of like our iPhone or whatever it might be, and then we sign. Whereas the Course, though, really requires that you fully grok or understand what is being said and what is being expressed, what is being shared, and that you take it to heart and you make the thought system your own, because really, in reality, it is your own. I think that's the point, is that this seems a little strange, this seems foreign to you, because you've been very conditioned to think in terms of the ego thought system. But once you go beyond whatever language is maybe off-putting to you or strange to you, different, challenging, once you go beyond to the simple truth of what the Course is really saying, you realize that this is what you've been seeking forever, right? This is the love that you are and that you have been looking for, since time immemorial. So what is my point here? My point is that if you really want to get to the juice of it, of the Course, you really have to engage with it, fully engage with it. And I've said this many times, but I will continue to say it. Right? It really requires you to take it seriously. And that's not the easiest thing to do, which is why I'm, and other people, not just me, but other people as well, are doing these videos, or doing videos as a way to help to, you know, to better engage, let's say, with the course, because it's not the easiest thing to do. And sometimes you just need someone else to say, hey, this is really amazing. And, you know, because a lot of times we kind of forget about things, and we're like, put it down, put it aside. And sometimes it helps to have someone else to say, if you have any issues in your life, you might consider what the course can help, you know, to resolve these things. And really, ultimately, our deepest issues, we're not even fully aware of what it is, right? That's why the course is helping us to get in touch with a very deep place inside of ourselves. If we were in touch with it, well, we probably wouldn't have the problems that we have. But we are not fully in touch with this deep, you might even say ancient place within ourselves. Let's talk about, I mean, I could go on about that, but let's talk just for a moment about the difference between the Holy Spirit's thought system and the ego's thought system. Simply put, the ego's thought system is thoughts based in fear, right? Fear-based thinking, separation-based thinking. Now, if you understand the basic premise of the course, you know, if you really fully get it, you recognize that anything that is of separation is not real, right? Anything that is of fear, and fear comes from separation, is not real. And so the ego's thought system is very flimsy. It's based on a unreal thought, right? It's based on unreality. It's based on, Jesus says, this tiny mad idea. So tiny, so mad that no one laughed at it, which was the right thing to do in a sense. But what we need to do now is we need to laugh at the madness and the littleness of the ego. We need to learn that again. So the ego thought system is any thought based in not based in the idea that love, the love of God or love is the only reality, right? There's only one reality. There's no separation. There's no two. There's only one. So any thought that's not based in that is ego. Any thought that is based in love as the only reality, you know, love and only love as the one reality, is the Holy Spirit's thought system. So the Holy Spirit's thought system is a thought system of non-judgment, of being in pure loving awareness. You might say witness consciousness. Fire the judge and hire the witness, right? The Holy Spirit's thought system is basically based in that idea that love is the only reality. Only love is real. Nothing else is real. If only love is real, then there's no need to judge, to attack, to condemn. No one is damned. Everyone goes home. Everyone, you know, I can set free everyone in my mind, right? By remembering that only love is real. In my remembrance of that, everyone is free again. Now, you might say, well, it's not that easy, is it? Right? That I just think that, and well, really what it is so taking on the Holy Spirit's thought system that you become one with the Holy Spirit, right? You basically become the Holy Spirit, just like Jesus says in the Course that he became the Holy Spirit. He was a man, but he became so identified with the Holy Spirit's thought system that he became the Holy Spirit. He became the atonement. And that's really what we all must be. But that's why this is not easy. This is a process, this is a journey. So I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's enough for right now. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this idea of the Course as a thought system, and a thought system that you really need to learn on its own terms to fully feel the effects of it, to receive the fruits of it or the juice of it. Then you really need to really not just engage with it, but get married, right? And have a big wedding celebration that goes on forever, right? So anyway, I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you on the brother side anytime soon.